Tony Bellew has come out and categorically stated that he is willing to face David Haye at heavyweight. Haye don't have to come down to cruiserweight. Bellew was confident that he can knock David Haye out at whatever weight he weighs. He's also been talking about the sparring session, which he alluded to in an IFL TV interview. He says that him and David Price were sparring David Haye for one of David Haye's early cruiserweight fights. And according to him and David Price bashed David Haye up. Obviously not, they weren't both in the ring at the same time, but they were both in camp and they bashed David Haye up so bad that he actually pulled out of one of his fights. And I'll leave links to all this stuff in the description below so you can go read it for yourselves. Now, David Haye has responded, as you can see on screen right now via social media, and he said if he does fight Tony Bellew, he'll probably try and get down to 210 pounds to try and be as fast as possible. So with the fact that Bellew has said that he's willing to fight at heavyweight and Haye said he's willing to come down to 210, it almost seems as if these guys have agreed this fight behind the scenes and all the terms of it already. A lot of people are of the belief that Haye and Bellew are friends and all this stuff is all orchestrated and that there's no real animosity. And that could possibly be the case. I mean, fake beefs are a well-known reality in boxing, and not only in boxing, even in the entertainment industry and whatnot. Fake beefs are common. Both parties know that beef sells tickets. It boosts sales. So many fighters have come together with a fighter they're friendly with and said, you know what, let's pretend we're enemies and it will just boost sales. Many promoters have told fighters to do that. So is that going on here with David Haye and Tony Bellew? Let me know what you think. And yeah, this fight looks as though it might actually go ahead, people. How do you see it going if it does go ahead? You think Tony Bellew is as confident as he makes out? Do you think he's got any chance at all? Do you think that David Haye coming down to 210 from, what is he now, 222, 221, something like that, or 224? I think he was 224 for his last fight. Do you think him losing that 14 pounds of muscle will affect him badly against Bellew? A lot of people seem to think it will. Tony Bellew has been talking about David Haye a lot, obviously, since his win over Ilunga Makabu. And he's been saying what I've been saying for many, many years, that David Haye is not a real heavyweight. He's pumped up with with weights. And that his natural weight is actually cruiserweight. And I 100% concur with that. If you take David Haye off that extremely intensive weights program, which he stays on, this guy shrinks right back down to cruiserweight. I absolutely 100% believe that. And Tony Bellew believes that as well. Nevertheless, even if he is pumped up with all these weights, has his body got used to being pumped up to this size? Will it significantly weaken him when his body is used to being pumped up this big and then he drops down to 210? Let me know in the comment section below what you think. All right? It's your boy Hatman, I'm out.